Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 with another brief, hopefully, car build video. I'm going to be showing a few cars here. Just two for now. And that's not going to be the Sesto Elemento Forza edition you're seeing in the background. Go look at Dong Joe on Song's video on it. But no, instead we're going to get a look at a couple of cars that are relatively easy to access. It's going to be the Lexus LFA, available in the auto show for 500,000 credits, and it's also available for free, and the Lamborghini Centenario, available for 2.3 million credits, or if you played Forza Horizon 3, you get it for free. Centenario is perhaps the better build that I have. But, well, it's up to you to make up your mind if you like it or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you both the share code for the tunes I've created, but also I'm going to show you how to make the car itself using the available upgrades. So we're going to bring up the Lamborghini first. Built to S1900. And I quite like how it's built here. So, share code for the LFA is this right here, 177077634. And for the Centenario, it's 310602 and this is both for S1 road racing. Now, these are just pretty default setups, if I say so myself. It feels pretty good to me. It may not for you, which is why I'm going to show you the parts that I used to build them, and then you can tune them to your preference. So starting with the Centenario, we're going to the upgrades in custom upgrades. We don't want any aero parts. So no spoilers, no front splitter. Leave the aero alone. We don't want conversions either. Keep the standard engine. And keep it naturally aspirated. And don't swap the drivetrain to rear-wheel drive. Keep it all-wheel drive. Tires. Now, the Centenario is one of those cars where it starts off with the semi-slick race tire as its standard tire. If you want, you can go up to the straight slicks, but semi-slick is probably better as the slick can't cope with rain so well. And just forget about off-road tires unless you're crazy and you want to make a cross-country build Centenario, but no. Keep it on the standard tires. They are semi-slick race tires. And also, you want to make the tires maximum width. It's just a given. Don't change the rims. Leave them alone. They're fine. You can't upgrade the brakes. They're already maximum. And it's already on race suspension, so don't need to do that. Don't change the... don't add a roll cage. Don't need it. Weight reduction, you go for a sport weight reduction. Could go for the full one if you wanted, but then you're going to have a bit less power to play with. But I find that sport weight reduction is quite nice for me. It works fairly well for me. The drivetrain, you've got the race clutch. You've got the race transmission. If you want, you can go with any of the other the speeds, but 6-speed works for me. Driveline is race driveline. And you want the race differential. And then you get to the fairly important bits, the engine upgrades, standard intake. You got the race intake manifold throttle body, stock fuel system. Race flywheel, I didn't mean to go there. Stock valves. Stock camshafts. Stock exhaust. Stock engine block. And stock pistons. And that's it. That is what I consider a decent build. It's won a few races in online. And yeah, I quite like it, how this is. Maybe it's a bit understeery, but then that's up to you to do the tuning for. So onto the Lexus now. It's dressed up in a weeb skin, but whatever. So the Lexus is a bit different. I was inspired by I Suck at Driving's build for it on Horizon 4, and I really liked that build. It was one of my more successful online cars. So what I did is, because all-wheel drive was king in Horizon 4, that's what I've done here. You go for an all-wheel drive all-wheel drive swap, even though it may not be the best, but I still think it feels good. Naturally aspirated engine as well. No aero parts. Now the tyres, I've gone against my own advice here, and I've gone for the full slicks. It comes on sport tyres as stock. You've got a little bit more PI to play with if you go for semi-slicks. So that would be up to you if you decide to use the semi-slicks instead of the full slicks. Once again, maximum tyre widths. Leave the tyres and rims alone. Track width on the front is normal, but rear track width is upgraded to maximum width. Once again, you can't upgrade the brakes. You want the race springs for the full tuning. The race anti-roll bars on both front and rear. Weight reduction, you want race weight reduction, so the maximum upgradable weight reduction. And I haven't gone for chassis reinforcement here. It only seems to add a single PI though. Drivetrain, I've got the race transmission. I've got the 7-speed here, but it comes with the 6-speed by default. So that's up to you if you want to go for that. Driveline is the race driveline. And once again, you got the race differential. Then the engine parts, we've got the race intake, the sport fuel system, the race intake manifold, the race ignition, the race exhaust, the race camshaft, the race valves, the race engine block, and the race flywheel. Pretty much everything on the engine is upgraded to race. And that puts it at more or less at the top of S1 on the slick tires and with the all-wheel drive. I suppose though you could change some things out, get rid of swap out the all-wheel drive and the slick tires for forced induction with a twin turbo. I've not tried that though, but it might work. It's up to you. Totally up to you, but I've given you my advice on how I feel that these cars work quite well. I have found that the Lexus is a bit understeery, so there's a bit of tuning to go into that. But otherwise, I think it works still quite well. So yeah, that's my take on the Lexus and the Lamborghini in S1 road racing. I do have an Audi Quattro in dirt spec, rally spec that I'm quite fond of. However, it's probably not the greatest car around. It's pretty quick, but it's using the standard engine, the stock engine, and that takes quite a while to rev up to full speed. So, yeah, it's up to you on how you build the Lamborghini and the Lexus and that Audi, whose tune I'm not gonna show. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.